a ninja roll or a rolling back take, you know, it's an entry into the truck. It's a way to like, anyway. So like, the first thing you gotta know is like the steps of like how deep you are in the position. So if we start hip to hip, boom, just like that, and then we're just gonna cross our ankles like this, okay? And then if your leg is closer to you, like you're losing.
I'm losing.
You're losing. Okay? Now, like let's just say our ankles across, this is like even. Okay? Now, the first thing is like both our hips are on the ground, right? So if you start to stomp, like just push me away, see how my hips are coming off the ground? That's actually bad for me. And I'll explain why in a second. But like, so and then the second thing is like whoever has their shin in the knee is also a huge advantage, because that like helps me stomp. It helps me like control your knee, control your leg. It's like I have one full hook for the back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's go back to the X. Now you shift and put your shin in the back of my knee. Exactly. Now hook your foot like this. Okay. So those are the two basic things. Okay. The third thing is both of our hips are on the ground, so it's like it's about even. But whoever's hips start to become like on top of the other one's stomach, you see? That's who's further in trouble. So like right now, I have a great position on you. So your hips are off the ground, you're stacked. I have my shin in your knee, and your hips are on my stomach. So that's like 1, 2, 3 strikes. Okay? So let's reverse it. So what I want you to do is just stomp, stomp, like put your foot on the ground. See how my hips came up? Now shrimp to put your shin in my knee. Boom. And now like you kind of can pull my hips on top of your stomach. Yeah, exactly. Boom, you have control of my hip. So you see how like this is the way, so it's all about hip control. So this corner of my hip, the more I can kind of like get it away from you. See how I put my hips back on the ground?
Right.
Now I stomp, put your hips in the air, and now I start to control the corner of your hip with my right hand, and then I start to like shrimp and then draw your hips on top of my stomach, you see? And then this knee can actually draw you on top of me, you know what I mean? It's not good for you to be too far across, because then I'll have to like reset. I'll have to jump through and reset, right? So basically, I want to balance you right in the middle of my stomach. Okay, and then I can control the hip, switch my controls, shrimp, throw my foot in, and reset. So a good drill is to take your back, okay? You take out my hook, I let go of the seatbelt, and now you invert. Now you stomp your foot, get my hips off the ground, now shrimp, no, stomp more. So you like, look, imagine like, you want my hips in the air, so you want to stomp me, boom, yes. Now shrimp, and then start pulling the corner to your stomach, yes. Now start looking to like control my hip and underhook the arm. Exactly, and now throw the hook in, sit me up, and now you can go seatbelt. So this is a great drill. I used to do it with Coach Shannon all the time. So undo this, take this off, invert, look, stomp, circle, here, pull, and now you go stomp to the ground, shrimp. Now switch your hands, so like this hand will be like on the hip, and then underhook.
Also, I cross them.
Yeah, you cross them if you can, and then this will kind of extend. Yeah, exactly. Sit them up. Boom. Okay, so now in the context of the rolling back take, we're gonna tie this in now. Look, if you have just your ankle caught and you're in the quarter, 3/4 mount or quarter guard, right? You want to hook your ankle. You want to turn and hook your ankle on top of this foot right here. Okay. Now, remember, like the rules are: I can't have my hips stacked. I can't. Already, my shin is in your knee, so I've got that part down. So, and I need a stacked view, right? And I need control of your hip. Okay. So, if I just roll, putting myself into a stacked position, watch this. So if I roll here, like right off to your back, I'm gonna stack myself and I'm immediately going to be like susceptible to being reversed really quick. But if I turn more and roll over here, controlling your ankle like this, I literally tuck my elbow and roll next to, let's say, in alignment with your spine, like your spine runs this way, and I roll like as tight as I can in alignment with your spine. So there's no like, there's nothing bumping out. So if you had like a pencil, let's say the pencil runs like your spine is running, and you roll it, then it's going to be unobstructed for a roll. But if you take like a staple and put it in and like stick it out the side, it's going to roll and catch. Does that make sense? So if I go like this and go boom, you see how it kind of hinders the roll. And then when I roll, look, I'm already like stacking myself a little bit, and now you stomp, boom, and shrimp, and now I'm going to get my back taken. You see? So you have to roll really tight so that I can immediately stack you. So here, boom. Now my idea is to roll, grab your ankle, and I'll explain why in a second, and then tuck your elbow in so I can roll really tight, and it's actually just more of a turn. Like this would be like a roll over here, rolling, and now I'm already halfway stacked. He just stomps, boom, here, takes my back. Okay, so 1, 2, watch. Now as soon as I just roll across my back and then just turn, I'm gonna stomp you right away. You see? So like, and I put my foot behind this. Or you can do this and stomp. I like to stomp my leg to the ground, like just like this. So that now your hips are stuck in the air, your hip can't rotate away from you, go. You know, I'm also like turning my knee, like the inside of my knee this way. So I'm like making your hips stuck to me without even using my hands. So once you try to reverse it now, go. Really tough, right? Mm-hmm. So additionally, I'm gonna use my hands to trap your hip, switch my hands, I'll use 2 hands on your hip even, like this, and then reach across, and maybe they're blocking, with the hand, I just like pop this grip, reach under, switch, boom, sit up, like this. Okay, now, why do I grab the ankle? That's because if they're able to, let's talk about this for a second. So, let's just talk about how this, see this position, like the 3/4 mount, is very similar to when Eddie Bravo does the twister side control, okay? You see, and he's trying to hook your top leg like this, okay? I actually tried to do this to Eddie Bravo when I was a white belt, and he reversed it on me really quick because I neglected to block. See my knee? It has to be projected into the ground and blocking this bottom leg. Because as I roll, if you're able to get that leg through, you can reverse it on me. So a lot of people that do this move incorrectly, they just hook the leg, you see? See, there's nothing blocking the bottom. And then when they go to roll, like they go to roll like this, you scoop your leg through, and now you're on my back. You see? So I actually have to turn my knee like this so that it's like projected into the ground, so it's blocking your bottom leg, and I hook that leg like this. So if I was in twister side control, like this, here, say I cup the bottom of your leg, the guy gives me the top leg, look, I shrimp, hook, okay, and then Eddie Bravo will actually do a full lockdown on this, but my knee still has to be projecting into the ground, blocking this bottom leg. So now Eddie would probably do, this is, forgive me if I butcher it, but he'd probably get up, right, and control this leg. Now what I like to do is move it out of the way so I can roll right there. And now watch, if I don't control this leg and I let it go, you're gonna chop it underneath, exactly, and like start to control. So I keep this leg, I keep it with me. So as I roll, I keep control of it. So it doesn't like go around the corner, I keep it like this, and then switch like this, and then stomp. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when you do the ninja roll, 1, 2, trap, roll, you gotta make sure this leg doesn't move. And actually I've seen a lot of people they'll do like this, trap it, they'll trap that leg already so that you can't chop it through. I have like an S grip around it. And now if you go to stomp me, see, there, I'm getting stomped. Look, what I can do is start to like block that foot So when you stomp, I can have extra strength to move my leg away or stomp here. You see what I'm saying? So look, boom, here. And now, reverse. Cool. And that's really, like in a nutshell, it's like what I like to do. So you one turn, you can even lace it. And go. And so you're rolling and immediately putting them into a stacked position really quick. I actually feel like if you go with somebody with really strong legs, powerful legs, and you do it wrong, all they have to do is stomp their leg and you'll get flung back into a reversal. So you have to be really cognizant of, like, when you roll, you like stack them really quick. Try it. So quarter mount, 3/4 mount, hook my top leg, yeah. And now look, see this leg, control this leg, and now tuck your elbow in and roll right there. Now, like, as soon as you roll, put your foot behind this foot and start stacking me right away. Yeah, and just don't let my leg start to move. You see how you're controlling it? Mm-hmm. And now, like, stomp my leg to the ground, boom, and control the hip. Like, even with two hands, you can just grab this grip. You see? Exactly. You see how you're controlling my hip? Mm-hmm. I can't, like, get away from you. Now you start to cross and grab my arm. Yes, you can. Just be careful that I don't float all the way to the other side. Oh, okay. And then watch what will happen. If your elbow is there as a bar, that's like actually will help you keep the position. But if I'm able to open your elbow and lean on it and start to shrimp on it, like, and shrimp, and I switch through my leg. So you had your inside position on my knee, and then my knee was not on the floor. I shrimp, put my knee on the floor, like this. Now I can start to reverse on you again. So that's what's going on here. Kind of a lot of what's going on. And there's a lot more detail. Like, another thing that's really useful for reversals is helicoptering your leg, like the free leg. So that's why it's so important to control that leg, because they're gonna start using it as a pendulum. Yeah, I've tried using it. It definitely works. Like, if you watch the meows when they get in these battles, they throw that leg like for it to reverse you. And certainly when I'm in a battle, you'll see my leg going like crazy, because I'm really trying to win that fight of getting their hip on top of mine, controlling their hip, and then not allowing their leg to helicopter and freeing my own leg. So what I do with people, if you really want to just get good at battling, you get here, you cross your ankles like this, just like two swans or something, and you say go from here. No grips, whatever, and then you just say go. All right, ready, go. Yeah, see the leg moving? Yeah. So what I would do is like stop your leg from moving. Go, keep going. So like, I love this wrist lock here. You kind of like control it with the cross arm, go over, and like, and sometimes you can get it like trapped against the floor, and like people will tap from this. If you don't get it, you can switch back to an underhook. You know what I mean? So let's go again.
So should I be constantly already trying to control this foot?
Yes.
Before the belly and stuff?
Exactly. So you start reaching and controlling the hip or the foot. Okay. Okay? All right, ready? Go. So you just gotta like, I've done this a lot. Like Coach Kyle and I battle from here a lot. So like, that's just how you get good at it. You just keep going. All right, go. So like, notice what I'm doing to your hand. I'm like peeling it a lot.
Yeah, I tried doing that.
Well, as you grip my hip like this, I'm kind of like using my palm. So like, if it's there, I'm not digging on your fingers. I just kind of scrape it like that, like kind of there, and I just kind of start freeing my hip. Like as soon as I get it's freed, right? So let's do it again.
One.
Cool.
Should I, so you said stomp first, or should I try to get, like, this inside?
Okay, so what's more important?
Yeah, which is more important?
What's more important? To me, I think the stack is more important. Because, like, you can have a good position on me, right?
Right.
But if I stack you, then you see, like, I have a hook for your back, and I'm only one step away from getting your back. All I have to do is shrimp. So to me, being stacked is the worst. Like, being like up is really bad. So like there's space under your back. I can start getting under your back. So I would rank that as like number 2 important. Like it's not, like this isn't the most important thing, but it's definitely important. So one thing I might do is take one of my hands and put something behind it. Like take your hand, like shelf it. No, push it away. Yeah, see, like I can't stomp.
Oh, okay.
You see, like, so like, you know, there's a frame. Yeah, exactly. You see? I'm trying to stomp your leg. Yes. And now you start controlling my foot. You see? But like put something behind your foot. See, I can't. Yes. And now pinch your knees somewhat together and stomp to the floor. Look at that. Now look, I want you just to feel something. Put your foot behind your foot. Stomp it to the ground. Now watch this. Put this knee on the floor. Yeah. Now look at what. See, I can move my hip. Now lift it up a little bit. Yes. You see, like, see my hips way more stuck?
Yeah.
That's just like a small adjustment, just like that. You just have to watch that I don't kick and come up over here on this side. You know, and then start leaning back on the back of your arm.
That's why I control the opposite here.
And that's why you have to have that bar on my back. You can grab the far lapel and create a bar, close your elbow. Yes, now I'm in a lot of trouble because I can't turn and the elbow's barred on my back. Make it even deeper. And like more high. And yeah, just bar my back. Like close your elbow more. Yes, right there. You feel how stuck I feel?
Yeah.
Like there's no way I'm not getting my back taken out. Like I can try to lean and do whatever I want. You really can just base up to your knee and then shoot your knee around my back. Like yes, exactly. But like more just lead with your knee. Yeah, so do it again. Bar, hook, and like I start to turn. Yes, exactly. Now underhook. Or you can go bar, you can do the bar and you can go over my neck for the choke on this side. Like go over the top with the left hand. Yeah, exactly, like this. And then now you can let go of the bar, grab my knee, and then start to finish bow and arrow. Exactly. So that's something to work on. That's like a complete breakdown of what the hell is happening. Now it's just a matter of practice. Just gotta practice. Concentrate on stacking them. So the roll, when you roll with the ninja roll, it's not necessarily like a roll where you stack yourself. It's more like I'm just rolling across my back so that my legs never got stacked. So it's more like here, turn, and my legs are already stomping. So like I never really want to be like this in that ninja roll. So watch. I just kind of roll across my back. So it's one here, hook, just like this. Pin your arms, whatever I gotta do. Give me some time. Turn, catch, right? And then I'm just gonna roll across my back and don't stack myself at all. So one, look, so that my hips are not stacked. You see that? So I'm just going to the side instead of like this. You feel that?
Yeah.
It's like I keep tension. So you can even like put your foot there. That actually would be very good. That's like a modification. Make that up right now. So 1, 2. Oh, that's good. That's really good. So when you roll, put your foot on top of your other foot. So when you roll, as soon as you roll, you've already stopped.
Right, yeah.
With both feet. Just made that up. There you go. All right, dude.